Hello and welcome to Just Us Thinking. I'm your host, Michael.
And I'm your co-host, Rebecca.
And I'm your AV guy, Mikey.
And what were you looking? Did I do that too fast this time?
No, you did pretty good this time.
All right. Keep me in check. That's okay.
Okay. Crack that whip.
Crack that whip.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Congratulations, everybody. You heard me make the whip sound.
Yep.
What are we talking about today? Video-sode, right?
Today's another video-sode. We're going to be talking about tablets versus textbooks in schools.
I'm torn on this subject.
I am too. I mean, I know we're getting into like 2024 or whatever, and you know, everything's always changing, everything's always updating. But I just think that maybe like the kids these days, they don't know what it's like to flip through that book, or, you know, like, okay, I'm working on these questions, but I could go back and look at this, you know, I don't know. I think they just, and I think unfortunately they struggle with them a little bit.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. I mean, here's the thing. Those textbooks used to be heavy. Do you remember carrying them in school?
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember also having lockers. So,
right.
You know, you got to go to your locker every two classes
still,
or something.
If you still had to lug that backpack to and from school and around. And there was a physical aspect for carrying around those books.
Yeah. These poor kids these days don't have to carry their books. Oh, boo-hoo. I remember there were certain days you had certain classes that had heavier books than the other. Yeah.
And I remember like looking through, like when you get your schedule and looking through your schedule going, damn it. I have 3 classes and they all have heavy books. That is the day you were lugging weight.
Yep. Or you made quick trips to your locker.
Oh yeah.
Quick.
The cardio that was involved in there. Yeah. You don't have the cardio anymore, kids. It sucks.
I remember having to go down the stairs and then back up and then, you know, back down. Yeah, it was.
See, we had bungalows. So you had to you had to walk out to the bungalows.
Oh.
That was a walk, and you almost like knew someone that was out in that class earlier. Yeah. And you gave them do you have heavy books? Can you carry my book and you take it out there?
Yeah.
We played pass the books.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You had to get creative.
Oh. See, we didn't have any bungalows.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. So let's go through. We're going to go through some pros and cons, right?
Okay. Yep.
I think these are tablet pros, right?
They are.
All right. Go for it.
So 81% of the K through 12 teachers believe that the tablets actually enrich the public education.
Okay. You know, I could kind of see that. I can see that only because it's all on the tablet, it's all instant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's another problem. You know, everybody wants everything like right now. Gotta have it. You know, like slow down a little bit.
Well, here's the thing. Do you remember, and I remember the textbooks, and I remember seeing a teacher's textbook, and I want to say they don't update the textbooks very often.
Yeah, they probably don't.
So there was some outdated information that I remember seeing in the textbook that was crossed out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that doesn't exist anymore. You learn, and like science is an ever-changing field,
right?
So there are some I could kind of see the benefit there as far as if information gets updated, such as we find out, oh, Einstein was right about this, and you know we had that wrong in the textbooks, they can correct it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's not it's not that horrible. So
yeah, and because I think I want to say seeing like an old textbook, I remember like, okay, these books are 2 years.
Yeah,
and I remember them saying we're getting new textbooks next year, and they can have all the updated information. I'm like, I'm graduating. What the hell?
How's that going to help me?
Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. All right, what's the next one?
So we kind of hit on this, the weight difference.
Yeah.
Not having to carry 3 or 4 heavy books. So
I don't know if that's a pro. For me, I don't know if that's a pro or con.
I guess it could go either way. Yeah,
I want to say carrying those books made you a little tougher.
they did.
It's like curling weights. I mean,
Yeah.
when you handed your backpack to someone, you're like, "This is my day," and it was like, "Can you lift my bag?" You know,
Yeah.
it was like almost like weight training for wizards.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. All right, what's the next one?
Well, I guess the next one is, preparing the students for the technology.
Okay, and I see that one too. God damn, I hate this list because I see with it.
I see pros and cons for each one of these like pros because, like you think about these kids, like even in elementary school, like I don't think they should I just don't think the whole brain development, all that stuff. I mean,
I know.
almost-
My problem here is,
Yeah.
do you know a current job that you're not operating a computer?
No.
See, that
Oh, yeah. I know.
I don't like it. I'm not on board because now every job you're going to get is going to be in front of a
Yeah.
computer of some sort.
Exactly.
So I could see where it says prepare for technology.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean,
Okay.
because even nowadays, like some waitress or some restaurants have like the tablets that the waitresses just
Yeah.
tap, or they just put in the tablet and it goes back to the kitchen, and
Yeah.
or
So
to the-
even that profession is
Yeah.
now all in front of a computer. There's not I can't see of a profession right now that doesn't have a computer in front of them.
well, and I'm not saying all restaurants do that, but there's been a couple that have, but
They go to a kiosk and they type it in
Yeah.
the computer there.
yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
they might write it down and then they transfer it over. Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
and then we also hit on this earlier, like the updates. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
the ebooks, they can be updated sooner, if there's any updates to the learning material, stuff like that. So,
Yeah. And I guess that's more books too. So I mean,
Yeah. so they can teach them a different form of math in 2 years when they figure out this
Right.
new math isn't working.
and I think ebooks you can get like if instead of going to the library or you're instead of going to the library and carrying around a book and saying, "Oh, I forgot this," it's all on the tablet
Yeah.
too.
I always loved having that physical book in my hand, though.
We're
Man,
we're dinosaurs.
I know. I'm
We're
so old.
dinosaurs. We're done. Stick a fork in us.
Right?
No, we're lucky. We have I think our generation has the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
We can
we
write
had
and
we
do
had
computers.
both. Yeah.
All right, now let's shift gears. What do you think the cons are? What are the cons here?
So one of the ones that we noticed that really stuck out with us was the shift of the focus from the teacher to the tablet.
Yeah, I can see that because is a teacher running it or is it the tablet running
Yeah.
the class?
So I mean, I think for the younger kids, they need the teacher. I mean, it's not like that interpersonal skills.
Yeah,
They need that
the social.
Yeah. You just stick them in front of a tablet and expect them to
Well, they don't learn how to interact with someone in an authority
Yeah.
role, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That too.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then this is another good one.
Okay.
So, the tablets increase the number of excuses for not doing their homework.
Okay, so the dog ate my tablet.
Yeah. Or I didn't have my charger. It wasn't charged.
Okay, so now it didn't save right, or
Yeah.
it didn't save my information.
Or, yeah.
I
mean,
forgot my tablet. I didn't have internet at home. My internet went out
Yeah.
at home. I couldn't get into the lesson.
And see, I guess with our schools here, they do have the free internet on them. So they don't
We're
have to
lucky.
worry about that.
Well,
Yeah.
we're lucky. I think we do, but I don't think. I think that was one of the other things I saw on here is not everybody has access to internet at home.
Yeah.
And it costs money.
Right.
So if you're in a poor or a less fortunate situation where, you know what, you're a single, your mom's doing the best she can, and I'm sorry, but I can't afford to have Wi-Fi. I have lights and I'm providing everything else.
Exactly.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man. Okay.
And we've been kind of lucky with this one. We haven't had to do this yet. But they're expensive.
Yeah.
And that again, coming back, if you have a single parent or something
Right.
and, the tablet gets broken or dropped and it doesn't work,
Yeah.
they might not be able to replace it right away. And then, what do they do then?
Well, that's putting a lot of burden on the parent to replace a piece of equipment. Yeah, I could see that problem. I could also see that if you are in a school district that maybe you're a smaller community and your school can't afford the tablets, they either have to pass that along to the parents or they have to get funding for it. And if they don't get funding, there's no tablets.
Exactly. Well, hopefully maybe those smaller school districts don't have them all. Hopefully, maybe.
Who knows? I have no clue.
Maybe they're teaching him the good way.
Maybe. All right. What else you got?
They say that the tablets are easier to cheat on too.
Well, you have instant access to the internet.
Yeah, like what was the program? Like Photo Math or something that
Mikey,
you can use.
You were on that, right?
Yes. They were using Photomath to cheat. And they also like to use ChatGPT.
Yeah. So easier access to those.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I could see that. So.
Yeah, and then that just causes a whole host of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So easier to cheat, but however, can you get onto YouTube on those, Mikey?
I don't know. Haven't tried.
I like that answer, but I don't like that answer in the same thing.
Yeah.
Because you do band, right?
Yes.
So if you can get onto YouTube, you could watch, videos on how to play your instrument. That's not cheating. That's a learn. I could see that learning.
You could use it for learning purposes. And I know the teachers can get on YouTube.
Okay. So if the teachers can, you guys might too. Okay.
Yeah.
That answers that. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is easier to cheat, I think.
Yeah. It's crazy, like all the ways you can cheat nowadays. It's nuts.
All right.
And this, another thing that makes us dinosaurs. I mean, the kids don't learn to write.
Yeah.
I mean, every single kid looks like some middle-aged man that can't write, and you can't read his writing.
Right. All the kids are going to be doctors with this writing.
Exactly.
You're right. They don't learn how to write. They don't. It's not just learning to write. Spell check is on there, so they learn. They don't even have to spell right. So that is a problem to me. Is writing it down. There's no spell check.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to start spelling things. I think it's lazy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how different this world is from when when we were back in high school. It's like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not sure if they're teaching cursive in school anymore.
I don't think they are.
So here's my problem with that. Our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence, all of our important documents are all written in cursive.
Yeah.
Now, I could write in cursive and I could read cursive. Those documents are still hard to read.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's even...
Cursive from back there was different than it is now.
Yeah, a lot different. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just type everything up on a typewriter.
Where they were still using a feather with ink in it, babe.
I know.
The typewriter might not have been around very...
Yeah.
So it's just... I don't know. So let's get right down to brass tacks here. What side of the line are you on? If you had to pick a side, are you for tablets or are you for textbooks?
Probably for them, because I know that it's, I mean, we can't help it. We can't stop it. So, I mean, unfortunately, they're going to have to learn how technology changes, and it's like picking the lesser of two evils.
Right. Do you know how tired I am of picking the lesser of two evils?
So tired of it.
We're almost forced to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can't we have at least one good thing?
Right. Or like a little bit of both. Like they could do maybe, one or two subjects that still have the books, and then one or two subjects on tablets.
Yeah, but then you got to pick which one does what, and then it's not uniform. That's the problem.
Yeah. What's your stance on it? What side are you on?
Only because there's not a job out there now that is not in front of a computer. I am leaning toward tablets, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm going that direction, but I am kicking and screaming every step of the way.
I mean, like you said, most doctor offices now, they have they don't have the tablets, but they have the laptops that they bring in. So it's like,
and then like you check most of them, like they have like the remote check-in that you have to check in online before you go there.
You don't have to, but they like it to.
Well, yeah, so that's less paperwork they have.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't know. I still think, and we're going to cover this later, but I still think there should be some kind of requirements that still make them
like
pen to paper, let's learn to write,
Yeah.
cursive, printing, typing. I don't like the autocorrect. If you could start a sentence with a lowercase and it'll that's the start of the sentence. I'll almost capitalize that for you. I mean,
yeah. It's I mean, I guess it's like a good thing because, like I said, we're always like everything's evolving and everything's changing, but I think it's just as good as it is bad. So yeah.
I don't like it, but I am leaning toward tablets.
Yeah.
And I keep going back in my mind. I keep playing through. I'm like, I'm just this. I will say, out of all of our shows, this one probably picking one of the two probably pisses me off the most.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't know why. I know why. I think I know why.
Now you know why.
I agree with the pros.
Yeah.
But I agree with the cons. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, the cons, I'm like, yeah, right on. And then the positive, like, damn it, you got me. You're right. I don't like you're right. Fuck you, you're right.
Yeah.
But the con, I just, god damn it.
And that's just a few of each one of those. That's like, there's a lot more that we didn't even have a chance to touch base on. So
yeah, I'm comfortable going down the rabbit hole where we went.
Yeah.
I don't want to go any further because I don't know where I'm going to, I don't want to leave this all pissed off.
Okay.
So
that's probably a good plan.
So if you like what we do, you like how we talk, you like what we say, you don't like what we say, you can still follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and we're also on X.
Yep. And then you can listen to us on iHeart, Spotify, Apple, Samsung, YouTube Music, and pretty much any other podcast player.
Well, making sure you said that right.
Thanks.
And then you could also watch our videos like this one, and listen to us on YouTube, Rumble, and we're still on TikTok.
Yes, we are. So, yeah.
So, good show.
Good show.
Bad show.
Meh,
Yeah. I don't know.
It's interesting, though. It
is interesting. Yeah. If anybody wants to chime in on the comments on more pros or cons or why you think that way, feel free to leave that in the messages there. So we look through them and we'll go through them. But I think that'll be it for us today, right?
All right. Bye, everybody.